All right, moving on to the next part, understanding clients and products. Now, why does it matter? Many clients are new to mutual funds and rely on you to help them make the right choice. They probably don't understand how these mutual funds work, or more like they don't know what is right for them. So, it is very important for you to know both your clients and the products that you recommend. So mutual fund industry comes with three key responsibilities. The first one's legal, second one ethical, and then professional. Okay, so these are the three key responsibilities you need to have when you're dealing with mutual funds. Okay, so standard frameworks, professional standards, legal standards, and ethical standards. Now we'll dive deeper into this to understand what these are. Okay, so first one's legal responsibility. What it is, it's law, which means you have to recommend investments that fit your client's need and situation. Now always remember, every client is unique and their needs and situations are unique. There's no perfect investment that you can recommend to all. Okay, so you must recommend investments that fit your client's needs and situation. There are laws in each province make this a clear rule. Okay, so there's a little memory aid, right fit rule. Think of, you have to make sure that investment is the right fit for your client's need and situation. Like trying on clothes, it must fit well for it to be legal. So right fit rule. This is a quick little memory aid that can help you remember on what is the legal responsibility. So a little diagram here. Right fit is legal responsibility. This is unsuitable. Okay, like trying on clothes. The second one, ethical responsibility, short for heart. Okay, now ethical responsibility is about acting on laws. It acts on the spirit of law. So again, I cannot stress this enough, but always put your client's need first. Okay, don't push products for your own benefits. I've seen many representatives who would act on just getting higher numbers, increasing their sales, or stuff like that. But your ethical responsibility clearly states that you do not need to push products for your own benefit. You have to act on the spirit of law. Not just that it's right for the client, it should be in their best interest too. And you always need to keep notes to show why you made specific recommendations. Okay, memory aid, client first. Think you always put your client first before yourself or your company. Association, picture a heart to remind you to act with care and putting clients' needs above your own. Okay, so clients first and a heart symbol. That means client-centric approach, which is our ethical responsibility. Next, professional responsibility, being a star. Okay, so what is your professional responsibility being a mutual fund's representative? You have to give the best service possible. Now, if you recall from our previous lesson, best service possible means understanding their unique needs and recommending the right investment product for them. Okay, so know your clients, understand their unique needs, understand your products. You need to understand what you're recommending. Okay, you cannot sell something that you don't understand yourself. Okay, and do not sell unsuitable investments. Never ever sell unsuitable investments, because clients come to you with the trust that you know what's right for them. Now, memory aid to remember professional responsibility is best service. Always give your clients the best service possible by knowing your products and refusing unsuitable investment. Association, a star. Remember, a star symbolizes being the best at what you do. And how to be the best is to have the right product knowledge and also have a good suitability assessment, which means recommending the right product based on the unique needs of client and professionalism, maintaining high standards of conduct and expertise. Building trust. Trust is key to successful client relationship. This is not just about mutual fund industry, but overall. Trust is the key to build client relationship. To build trust, follow good business practice and always act ethically. Okay. You can remember these three responsibilities as fit, first, and best. Fit being legal, which means you have to know that it's the right fit for the client. First can stand for client first, which is ethical responsibility. Client should always be the first priority rather than your own benefit. And best service, that's the professional conduct. Okay, moving on to next, a little diagram here to help you guys out with these two responsibilities. So right fit, client first, and best service possible. So legal, client first is ethical, and then best service is professionalism. Okay, so personal trust, ethics, and compliance. Trust in industry. Mutual fund industry is built on trust and confidence, but I personally believe all the industries are built on trust and confidence. Professionals must act ethically, following a code of conduct that protects clients' information and maintains confidentiality. This also is like doctors. Okay, they have to maintain your confidentiality, which applies to the mutual fund industry too. You cannot go sharing about people's life or people's finances. Okay, compliance versus ethics. What it is, compliance itself means following all the rules, legal and company policies. So wherever you're working, they might sign you a code of conduct each year. So those are company policies, but you also have to act legally. Okay, ethics is understanding and acting on the spirit of law, not just word by word. Okay, you cannot find loopholes for your own benefit. You have to act on the spirit of law. So how should you approach your responsibility? First one is compliance, acting on all rules and policies, and second one is ethics, act on the spirit of law, understanding and applying ethical principle. Now, fiduciary responsibilities. In case of disputes, the courts would always recognize that the mutual fund dealer has a fiduciary responsibility. What it is, a fiduciary means always prioritize your client's interests, and which includes client reliance on your advice and their vulnerability. What this is, this means that client rely on you for your advice and they're vulnerable. They might not understand how these investment products work. So you always have a fiduciary duty towards your client, which is always prioritizing your client's interest. Cycle of trust and fiduciary duties. Prioritize your client's interest, recognize vulnerability, foster trust, and act in the best interest. Okay, moving on to the next part, which is know your client. Now, this is all interconnected because what we are focusing here is acting right. Okay, the first step is to knowing your client, which is KYC. So you have to gather specific information to meet client needs and act with honesty, care, and good faith. I understand this is very repetitive, that you have to act with honesty, care, and good faith, and always recognize your client's need and act in the best interest of them. Okay, but it is important to know, I understand it's been coming a lot in this chapter. Okay, so what does general KYC cycle looks like? So first one is gather client information. Second is act with honesty, show care, maintain good faith, value clients, and then understand clients. Okay, so legal responsibilities, again circling back, courts recognize you have a fiduciary duty to clients requiring high standard of care, and which is to act on the spirit of law. Okay, disclosure rule. Now what this is, so disclosure is providing information two clients for them to make informed investment decision. So provide clear and complete information for informed investment decisions. There is something called fun fact document. We'll talk about this later as well, but just as a quick introduction, the fun facts document has some important details about the mutual fund. It's a little PDF or a piece of paper about 7 to 8 pages that includes every important details about the mutual fund. This helps the client in making the right informed investment decision. Now, if clients need a more in-depth detail, they can request a prospectus, which is also a document just like fun facts but more in detail for more information. Trust and ethics are vital in mutual fund sales. Compliance ensures you protect clients and maintain integrity in your